this is like it's like a civil. This if it was a one way down the runway, then we can enforce that. However.
You know this road? Says it's pedestrianised, except for loading, 4 p.m. to 10:30 a.m. Is it? Or has some changes happened? Because there's so many people that come up and down here on an evening.
To be fair, I've lived in Harrogate my whole life and I've always seen cars come up and down, but I think it is meant to be just for like emergency vehicles and loading, like
and loading, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be for the council to...
Yeah. Is it North Yorkshire Council now, or is it Harrogate?
It's Harrogate that changed it. It's Harrogate Borough Council.
Used to be Harrogate.
No, it's North Yorkshire.
Is it North Yorkshire?
Is it now North Yorkshire that does the pedestrianisation rather than just the parking?
Yeah, they're talking about making...
North Yorkshire for everything now?
Yeah,
I
but
think so.
They're talking about making Harrogate separate again, but it's not gone
Yeah,
through
there's
yet.
some referendum vote or something.
Yeah.
So we just deal with CCTV, but the CCTV still comes under Harrogate Council, not North Yorkshire Council.
Does
so
it?
That's what confused me.
But you probably won't be able to do anything to do with traffic offences because that would come under North Yorkshire.
Not on this. It's like a civil. This if it was a one way down the runway, then we can enforce that. However, with this, because it's loading, it's more of a civil council. You know,
They do come this way as well. Hi, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
The pedestrianised area down there, Oxford Street.
Oxford Street, yeah, where
Oxford
the
Street.
theatre is and
Yeah.
McDonald's is at the other end. Yeah.
4 p.m. to 10:30 a.m. It removes the bollards.
Yeah, so that people come and load the stuff. Yeah.
It only says unloading on it. It doesn't say loading and unloading, and it doesn't say for loading. It only says unloading. So I'm assuming that's because there's no warehouses there for people to load up to. They're actually dropping stuff off.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it means loading and unloading.
Yeah. Taking things to and fro
Now,
from your vehicle. Or
yeah. So what about Uber drivers who are picking stuff up from McDonald's to take to other people? And they come in, they park up right next to McDonald's, they get their stuff, then they either drive out the wrong way or they drive all the way down.
Yeah, we're fully aware of that. People aren't supposed to drive down, but from a point of view of the traffic warden, we can only ticket stationary vehicles, to put the ticket on and stuff.
Interesting.
If they're zooming down, there's no way we could give a ticket. But yeah, you are correct. Now as for parking and loading, it's just, basically that's the same as if you're on a double yellow line. Meaning they can actually go on it for 5 minutes, same as in a loading bay, 5 minutes, because it is a pedestrianised thing.
But is picking up your McDonald's classified as loading?
Well, I mean, strictly from a point of view of giving a ticket, people have 5 minutes. Now, that isn't really commercial loading. I take your point, but we can only give tickets for people that haven't.
So it gives the opportunity that people can actually use it as a rat run anytime they like.
Yeah, they
and
are.
as long as they don't stop, no one can do anything because the police won't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And yourselves won't do anything about it.
That's more or less correct.
And nothing's happening with the CCTV. With people going, right, you're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
So nothing's happening to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's a safety issue for pedestrians, particularly at night.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how it would be enforced. Because, as you say, people can go into load and unload. So how would a camera kind of... Because, I mean, obviously once someone's unloaded, they have to drive out. So how would a camera know whether it's someone just using it as a cut-through or...
Well, I think the camera can actually see all the way down, because it's pointing all the way down, and it's a big rig camera.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I watch these people going through... They use it as a rat run.
Oh yeah, we are aware of...
And they get abusive when you ask them why you're here.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And they demand that I have to move out of the way.
I presume you're on your bike then telling them, is that what it is? Or you're...
Or a pedestrian. I'm either walking or I'm on my bicycle.
Yeah, and they're saying...
And they're telling me, get out of the way, you're in the middle of the road. I'm going, hang on.
Yeah. It's your right as a pedestrian to.
I don't have
walk
to
on the-
move.
Yeah.
If they were loading or unloading, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have a right to be there.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering whether there's any legislation has changed over the past 35 years
yeah,
since this came in.
I personally don't know, but do you want me to write down the number of our parking services, and you can have a greater clarification?
Brilliant.
I mean, I'm prepared to do that now. I can write.
Brilliant.
It down for you.
Yeah, thank you. Because I asked the police about it, and they said nothing to do with us. It's North Yorkshire Council.
Yeah.
Well, they actually said Harrogate Borough Council, and I said, well, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And then the two coppers had a bit of a disagreement about which one had changed onto what and doing what.
I would suspect the police have their hands full with so many things. So.
Totally. They told me if there's any cars going up the wrong way, that's a police matter.
Right.
And I had actually noticed that.
Right.
I actually previously noticed some car driver getting really annoyed with a taxi driver who was picking somebody up, who then decided to use Oxford Street to drive down.
Yeah.
And the person behind kept on beeping him and then tried to overtake him at high speed
Yeah. I mean, it's-
on a pedestrian zone.
yeah.
And the issue is what? It's a pedestrian zone.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating area to me because it's very clear.
Yeah.
It says no entry for motorbikes or cars, full stop,
Yeah.
not allowed.
Yeah.
It's got red circle, blue inner with the red band, which means no stopping at any time,
Yeah.
which sort of gets away from your 5 minutes bit because it's basically just saying, one, you're not allowed to be there, and then it's just unloading or loading and unloading
Yeah.
during 4 to 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
4 p.m. to 10:30
I'll
a.m.
give you that.
Brill.
That is the person that's above us, our supervisor, if you like. I'd be guessing that they'd tell you the same as what I've said, but they might be able to give you a better clarification.
Well, I mean, what is the law? Is it allowed to be a rat run between 4 and 10:30?
Exactly, I agree.
I mean,
I'd like to find out more.
what's the safety for pedestrians and cyclists and
Well, that's it,
children?
when people burn down, it's not safe, is it?
And telling people they've got to get out of the way and come on, move, I'm trying to
That's
get
just
through.
rudeness, isn't it, though? It's just, they shouldn't be doing that. Yeah.
Well, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can rudely stand there and refuse to move, but I can do that lawfully.
Yeah.
But it's still rude.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to meet
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Cheers.
Good afternoon, parking services.
Good afternoon. Hi. I was speaking to one of your traffic wardens. I don't know if they're called traffic wardens anymore. I apologise if that's the wrong word. Earlier on today, and I was asking him about the pedestrian zone, specifically Oxford Street in Harrogate.
Yes.
And the fact that people use it as a rat run when it's a vehicle rat run, when it's supposed to be a pedestrian zone. Can I speak to anybody about that? Because I've no idea what's going on, because these people keep using it and nothing's happening. And it's everybody's using it.
Yeah, so the pedestrian zone on Oxford Street, that's like during certain hours you can unload on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, unloading is unloading though, isn't it? I mean, you're basically going there to drop something off at some shops. But people are using it, taxi drivers use it to pick people up from the theatre, mums and dads use it to pick their kids up from wherever, people who live round the corner from it use it to just pick up their partner, Uber drivers use it to park at McDonald's and go and pick something up from there and then drive through, or leave via the no entry or no exit way, going the wrong way. And standard people just use it as a rat run. And I'm just wondering, has there been a change in the law at all that allows any of that?
I don't believe so, but we won't be able to do anything if people use it as a rat run.
Oh, okay, because I spoke to the police recently and they said they can't do anything and it's to do with the council. Then there was a discussion about which council, but I think it's now with North Yorkshire. So this is a pedestrian area that cannot be enforced as a pedestrian area, is that right?
It can be enforced, but it would have to be CCTV to do people or the police.
Okay, so there is big CCTV cameras on there and nothing seems to go on with them. I don't know who has access to those CCTV cameras or who does anything. But there's a pedestrian safety issue here because the timing of when the bollards come down is 4 p.m. and it goes on till 10:30 a.m. So it's all the way through the night. And there's people who walk along there and 4:30 it's dark. There's lots of children around.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what is going on? Who does enforce this? Or is it just one of these things of, oh, well, we put some signs up and whatever, but we don't care?
Yeah. Well, at the moment in time, it would have to be CCTV or the police if people are using it as a rat run.
Well, the police say it's nothing to do with them. The only time that they can deal with anything is if people are going the wrong way up it. And so the council is now saying it's the police that must do it. So we're sort of within a everybody having slopey shoulders position. Is that right?
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, just because of us parking services, we wouldn't be able to do anything.
Okay, because it's not
But
parking.
if they were parked for a prolonged period of time, we would be able to do it.
But it's a no entry sign, isn't it? It's like you're not allowed on here, and people are parking and waiting. They're either parking and collecting McDonald's and then driving through, which I'm not sure that's classified as either loading or unloading, whether it's for themselves or whether it's for somebody else. And then there's people coming along, taxi drivers and others just using it, possibly to pick people up or just using it as a rat run. So
yeah.
I don't know who controls the CCTV either and whether they do anything with it.
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately we would not be able to do anything.
So you don't control the CCTV?
No, it's a different department, but you can try and contact them.
Oh, right, so it is North Yorkshire Council. I thought I was just talking to North Yorkshire Council. You're talking on a parking services perspective, yeah?
Yes, so if you would like to contact 101 and then you could discuss it with them.
So 101 is the police, yeah?
Yeah.
See, I've already spoken to the police. So who controls the CCTV? Do you know? Because that, as far as I know, is council, not police.
Yeah, you just have to go through 101 to contact CCTV.
Right. But does the council connect to 101?
No, it's the police. So you will have to contact the police.
But the police have already said it's nothing to do with them. They don't deal with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all I know.
Ah. We're in an interesting position now then, because everybody's denying everything. So I'm just thinking that those signs and the pedestrian area is completely irrelevant. Who is it that takes the bollards down? Is it the police that removes the bollards, or is it the council that removes the bollards on a daily basis at 4 p.m?
It's the council.
Okay. That gives me an idea that this is the council's responsibility then. No?
Okay. So you would have to contact the police about the rat run. Okay.
They've already said it's nothing to do with them. They've already said it's nothing to do with them. It's to do with the council.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really sorry, I have to go.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. So you're not going to answer the questions about the council responsibility? Okay.
Okay, I have to answer the phone. I'm really sorry. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.
I thought you were on the phone. Well, that was an interesting conversation. That's somebody who's supposed to be controlling it, but is just not controlling it, and then just needed me to get off the phone and piss off. So now we know. Now we know that that is completely irrelevant legislation. It's completely irrelevant signage. It's incorrect signage. It is a rat run. The council removes the bollards at 4 p.m. every day and returns them at 10:30 a.m. But neither the council nor the police do anything about enforcement. Okay.